Hello everyone, welcome to Competition Edge. I am Parini Sharma. We have already covered the Indus Valley civilization, and today we are going to start with our second chapter, that is the Vedic Age. So, without wasting time, let's get started. What are we going to learn in this chapter? First of all, the time period assigned to the Vedas, some basic features. We will learn about the four Vedas, the political, economic, and social conditions of the early Vedic age, and the same for the later Vedic age. Finally, the other texts that were written during this period. Starting with the time period, as we have already seen, the Indus Valley civilization came to a decline in about 1900 BCE. इसके बाद around 400 years का gap देखने में आता है before we get the next evidences of writing. Therefore, the early Vedic age begins around 1500 BCE and lasts till around 1000 BCE. अर्ली वैदिक एज हम बोलते हैं जब पहला वेद यानी ऋग्वेद लिखा गया था, और लेटर वैदिक एज जो है 1000 BCE से 500 BCE तक, जब बाकी के तीन वेद सामवेद, यजुर्वेद और अथर्ववेद लिखे गए थे. कमिंग टू द फीचर्स, वर्ड वेद comes from the word vid or vidya, which means knowledge. Therefore, the term Veda itself means knowledge. All the four Vedas were written in Sanskrit and they are also known as Shruti literature. Now, what is this Shruti literature? Shruti means जिसको सुना जाता है. For a long time, Vedas were recited orally. बोलकर ही वेदों की नॉलेज पास की जाती थी. That is why they are also known as Shruti literature. Also, Vedas are a great source of information on the political, economic, and social structures of their time. Now, let's see what are these four Vedas. First of all, the Rig Veda. It contains world's oldest surviving poetry, which is philosophical in nature. विश्व की सबसे पुरानी पोइट्री ऋग्वेद में मिलती है. The second is the Samved. Samved is written in a musical format and this is also philosophical. पूरे वर्ल्ड में सबसे पहले म्यूजिकल नोटेशंस सामवेद से ही मिलते हैं. The third is the Yajurved. It mostly deals with performances of rituals and sacrifices. यज्ञ और हवन की जानकारी यजुर्वेद से मिलती है. And the fourth is the Atharvaved, which gives in details the spells and charms. मतलब जादू टोना और मंत्र ये अथर्ववेद में दिए गए हैं. इनके ज्योग्राफिकल लोकेशन की भी बात करेंगे. ऋग्वेद was written in the northwest region of India, which is present day Punjab of India as well as Pakistan. बाकी के तीन वेदों का ज्योग्राफिकल रीजन शिफ्ट होकर के प्रेजेंट डे हरियाणा और वेस्टर्न यूपी की तरफ आ जाता है. We get to know this by the names of the rivers that are mentioned in these Vedas. We will now see the prevailing conditions of the time. First of all, it was a tribes based polity. मतलब छोटे छोटे ग्रुप्स में डिवाइडेड पॉलिटिकल स्ट्रक्चर है. There was no concept of an empire. साम्राज्य का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. In total, there are 30 tribes that are mentioned in the Rig Veda, out of which two major tribes are the Purus and the Bharats. Then there is a mention of Sabha and Samiti. दोनों ही decision making political units हैं, which were headed by a Rajan. But Rajan here simply means the leader of the tribe. Hereditary राजा का कोई concept नहीं है. Thirdly, there is mention of battles, which means these tribes also used to fight amongst themselves. For example, there is mention of a battle of 10 kings in the Rig Veda, which was fought between the Bharats and 10 other tribes. As far as the economic conditions are concerned, first of all, it was a pastoralist economy. मतलब मवेशी पालक थे जिसमें गाय की इंपॉर्टेंस बहुत बढ़ जाती है. And this explains why so much importance is attached to cows in the Indian culture. Secondly, हर एंशियंट सोसाइटी की तरह they were also agriculturalists. गेहूं, चावल, कॉटन, सरसों, ये सब चीजें वो भी उगा रहे थे. कमिंग टू द क्राफ्ट्स, इन कंपैरिजन टू हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन, यहाँ पे कुछ नए ऑक्यूपेशंस इवॉल्व हो रहे हैं, जैसे चैरियट मेकिंग यानी रथ बनाना, कारपेंटरी, बोज एंड बो स्ट्रिंग्स मतलब तीर कमान, एंड द ट्रेडिशनल क्लॉथ्स एंड ज्वेलरी कॉन्टिन्यूड. कमिंग टू द ट्रेड, just like the Harappan times, due to the absence of a standard currency, यहाँ पर भी ट्रेड बार्टर सिस्टम से ही होती है. I have explained barter system in the Indus Valley Civilization video. When we come to the social conditions, we get the first clear evidence of worship of gods in the Rig Veda, where gods like Indra, Agni, Varun and Vayu are clearly mentioned. अब इन गॉड्स में आप पाएंगे कि कैसे नेचर की पूजा की जाती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इंद्र इज द रेन गॉड, अग्नि इज फायर, वरुण इज द गॉड ऑफ वाटर एंड वायु इज द गॉड ऑफ एयर. As we have already seen, there is mention of 30 tribes in a single book, that is the Rig Veda, which shows that there was some kind of cultural interaction that was taking place between these tribes. The third is the social stratification, means categorization of people. हिंदी में इसको सामाजिक स्तरीकरण कहते हैं. For the first time, we see mention of two groups, the Brahmins and the Kshatriyas. Classification was purely based on work. अभी जन्म के आधार पर स्तरीकरण नहीं हुआ है समाज का. Fourth is the mention of Das and Dasis, which shows that there was a group of people जो दूसरों को सर्व करते थे. And lastly, like any ancient society, this was also a patriarchal society. ये कैसे पता चलता है? First of all, women not perform individual sacrifices, मतलब religious rituals men perform करते थे and women just played secondary to them. Secondly, we see no women priests, सिर्फ आदमी ही priests हो सकते थे. And third, there is mention of goddesses in Rig Veda, but the goddesses are not as powerful as the gods. This shows that they were patriarchal. In the later Vedic age, we see an increase in complexity in the political, economic and social structures. यानी अब जटिलता देखने को मिल रही है. जैसे अब छोटे छोटे ट्राइब्स से बढ़कर राज्य बनाने की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं, which means transition from tribal polity to territorial polity. We have already seen that in the early Vedic age, the king, the Rajan, was not hereditary and he was just a tribal leader. But अब राज्य बनने के साथ राजन की इंपॉर्टेंस और पावर्स भी इंक्रीज हो रही हैं. Therefore, the emergence of hereditary kingship. अब पावर्स इंक्रीज हो रही हैं, ये हम कैसे समझेंगे? इसका एग्जाम्पल है कि अब रॉयल यज्ञ मतलब राज्य के लिए किए जाने वाले यज्ञ होने लगे हैं जो पहले देखने में नहीं आते थे. एग्जाम्पल, द वाजपेयी यज्ञ, द राजसूय यज्ञ, द अश्वमेधा यज्ञ. आपने रामायण में भी देखा होगा, भगवान राम ने भी अश्वमेध यज्ञ किया था अपने राज्य के विस्तार के लिए. एंड इन विच वेदा आर द यज्ञस मेंशन्ड? आई हैव टोल्ड दिस इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द चैप्टर, द यजुर्वेद. Coming to the economic conditions, I have already explained about the classification of stone, bronze and iron ages in the Indus Valley Civilization chapter. Here, we see first clear mention of iron in the later Vedic age, जिसको वेदों में श्याम अयस कहा गया है. श्याम अयस मतलब अ डार्क मेटल. एग्रीकल्चर का इंपॉर्टेंस बढ़ गया था. ये कैसे पता चलता है? बिकॉज देर आर हिम्स विच आर स्पेसिफिकली डेडिकेटेड टू एग्रीकल्चर. ऐसे श्लोक जो स्पेशली कृषि को ही समर्पित हैं. Crafts continued, the chariot making, bow and arrow making, there were metal workers, potters, cloth, jewelry. एक नया फीचर जो ऐड हो जाता है वो है टैक्स कलेक्शन. मतलब राजन अब लोगों से टैक्स यानी कर लेने लगा है, जिसको बलि कहा जाता था. नाउ देयर वाज नो करेंसी, तो टैक्स एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस या कैटल मवेशियों के रूप में लिया जाता था. तो शोज दैट द रूलिंग क्लास वाज बिकमिंग पावरफुल. If we talk about the social conditions, here for the first time we see emergence of four varnas: ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य और शूद्र. वैश्य और शूद्र ऋग्वेद में मेंशन नहीं है. So वैश्य and शूद्र are the new additions. Second, like the early Vedic age, this was also a patriarchal society. Importance of household. Importance of household क्या है? Importance is given to the institution of marriage. गृहस्थ जीवन को अहमियत दी जाने लगी है. Concept of widow remarriage and women choosing their own husbands is also there. Religious procedures have become more complex. जैसे यज्ञ और पूजा के तरीके अब ज्यादा इलेबोरेट हो गए हैं as compared to the early Vedic age. Now let's see some other texts that were written during the later Vedic age. First of all, the Upanishads. Upanishads are philosophical books which deal with the ideas of karma, rebirth यानी पुनर्जन्म, the concept of Brahma evolved, meditation, ध्यान और योग, etc. Second, the Griha Sutras. As the name suggests, these are a set of rules for the Grihasts. For example, the rituals that a married household is supposed to perform, या 16 संस्कार जिनको 16 संस्कार कहा जाता है, ये. The third are the धर्म शास्त्र. See, in ancient India, dharma did not mean religion. धर्म का मतलब था universal laws according to which the human beings should behave. For example, पिता धर्म मतलब how a father is supposed to behave. पुत्र धर्म how a son is supposed to behave. So all these rules are mentioned in the धर्म शास्त्र. इसी में जीवन के 4 stages भी define किए गए हैं. 4 stages are the brahmacharya, the grihast, the vanaprasth and sannyas. So overall, if we see, it was the Vedic age that laid down the foundation of the ideas and practices associated with Hinduism and largely the Indian way of life. So, with this we have come to an end of this chapter. If you have any questions regarding the topic, please ask them in the comment section. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.